Happy Tuesday. Welcome to MLB Prop Pick Show, powered by the Bat on Covers. Thanks for joining us here every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, 9:30. Baseball season slowly coming to an end, but the transition to football has been good. 2-0 day on the Blitz. That was great. NFL Prop Picks powered by the Blitz on Covers. Every primetime game. Hurts, easy. That closed at 39.5. The 33 was silly.
I think a few books closed it over 40. I think I saw like 41.5.
That's where it probably should be, as we alluded to it on the Monday night game, saying that that's where his total was last year, even in a down running year. But yeah, we saw more scrambles, which was fine, right? Like, we were talking designed runs. It was the scrambles that bailed us out there. And Kirk Cousins didn't throw the ball to the other team. We'll take that. Didn't see anybody else touting Kirk Cousins under interceptions on the interwebs last night. Yes. Yeah, I use Derek's numbers and do my pitcher edges in the morning too. Some outs, 4-4 day there. But it's nice when you just get into the rhythm of knowing what Derek's numbers are, right? Like, it's just, there's the numbers. Here goes. Let's check this. Let's go cross-reference this. It's a simple, easy process when everything is laid out for you in that. But let's get going today. We got a couple plays here. A couple walks, I believe. So if you're looking for this, so my first thing when I start writing is boom, I go right to here. I go right to the first game. I go right to the outs. I check the outs, and then I see what's available there. I price reference it there, and then I go check out the numbers at EV, and then I go see the other markets there because they obviously correlate. If the under outs is there, then it might be a volume play on somebody. It's a beautiful thing when you get into the rhythm of betting pitchers, and it's just so much fun betting pitchers. I don't even bet players anymore. Just too much variance. Like home runs. Who's out there betting home runs every day? Like, the difference between like a home run and a fly ball to left field is insane.
It is. The odds on home runs haven't been great this year too, with kind of the ball being dejuiced. But I mean, I have heard from people who are doing it, and they're grinding it out, and they're doing pretty well. So it's just, there's a lot of different ways to use it.
Yep. This is the release procedure. We'll tell you the book. We'll tell you the secondary book. Let us know. Wow, someone said Hurts was up to 49.5. That's bananas.
I think they're saying
my 50 plus. Yeah, that's we had it at plus 210 on the Thursday when we recorded, right? Or the Friday.
Yeah.
Close to plus 170. But that was it. Like, his range of outcomes for high rushing volume is better than a lot of other people. Yeah, let us know where the line's moving. That's what I'm trying to say here. Let's get to the release. Release 1, Bet 365. Secondary books, MGM and Hard Rock. Game in question, White Sox Halos. There's John Metler, the home run man. But like, if you're new to betting baseball, there's nothing wrong with just like sticking to one market and just knowing the market and staying in that lane, right?
Oh yeah, no, there's definitely nothing wrong with that. My point was just that there's nothing wrong with betting home runs either. Like, everyone can use this however they want, and there's lots of different ways, and there's not a right or a wrong way. So I think it's really cool that there's, people doing different things with it.
Yeah, let me release that, and I'll get back to that point too. Let's go. Pitcher walks allowed. Release number 1. LA's Griffin Canning under 1.5 walks plus 140. Canning under 1.5 walks plus 140. Seen as low as plus 115. White Sox, if you're going to check out, go to FanGraphs, search last 30 days. Yeah, they're at the bottom, 6% walk rate. That's about as bad as it can get. That's just a team that just wants the season to end, right? Like, the patience at the plate is not there. Like, that I think that kind of correlates to like your plate discipline.
Yeah, they're, just something. The Bat projects them as the second lowest walk rate team of the day. Canning's control isn't great, but it's not terrible. We're getting good odds on it. Like, this is just one of these ones that we've been kind of playing all year and doing well with. It projects for a 57% win rate, and we're getting it at plus 140. So we'll just keep hammering these.
Yep. Back to that point about people's interpretation of different numbers, right? I think in content, I think that's my favorite thing. If someone gives you information and you come to your own conclusions on it that aren't necessarily that creator's conclusions, like, that's something I really enjoy. And you see it with your numbers there, that people look at it and you could have 100 people using the exact same numbers, and you'd have 100 different bets in terms of what they want to bet.
Yeah, exactly. I just love that.
No, it's fantastic. My favorite thing about it, absolutely too. Release number 2, 365. MGM Hard Rock again. Producer Mick saying, hit that like button, please. And thank you. David Hayward saying, I'm out here betting home runs every day. Good for you. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. But I also like the time of like pitcher stuff, right? Like, okay, he's coming back out. Now I'm locked in for 10 minutes, right? And then you can jump to the next guy. You're like, oh, he's struck out 3 pitches. Okay, we'll see you back in 45 minutes.
I feel like everyone has a different mentality with betting low. Like the pitcher stuff is really fun for some people. The hitter stuff is like, especially if you're betting home runs and you have 20 guys, like, yeah, you have to wait 45 minutes in between that bat, but you have a lot of them. And like, when you do hit one, it's like a huge rush as opposed to just like one long sweat for a pitcher. It's just, everyone's different, which I think is great.
Yeah. All right. Philly, Milwaukee, walks allowed. Did we get her number? Yeah, it went up. Did you notice? Yeah,
we'll take it.
Sometimes talking pays off. But no, this is the best price. I believe the other prop price is the Hard Rock MGM 45. So let's go. Zach Wheeler under 1.5 walks plus 150. 5-3 to the under since August 1st, coming off an 8-game high in pitches, and all high leverage arms are ready for Philadelphia. And one of my favorite things, kind of, you see it, Houston's not very good at it. Houston runs their pitchers pretty hard, even in high leverage situations. But you see guys like Kansas City right around this time of the year when things are on the line, you're out. And like, you pay attention to those because you'll notice that. And those are the most things you can capitalize in playoff baseball when we talk about it. Just maybe inexperienced managers who are like panic button and like, nope, got to get this guy out of here. Right. The Jose Barrios situation last year kind of comes to mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Wheeler has the long leash usually, but Philly's clinched the division. So they really don't. They don't really have. They've almost clinched a bye in the first round. Like, they really have very little to play for at this point. They don't need to push Wheeler long. It's a team that can walk, but Wheeler has good control, and hopefully the leash will be a little bit shorter than usual. And again, we're getting a 55% win rate play at plus 150. So just we've been doing these all year.
Yeah. And yeah, Milo mentioned it. Call-ups are here. The expanded rosters are gigantic in some bullpens, coming off a day yesterday where lots of teams were off. Today's always a good day. So I think Tuesdays are really good days in terms of betting lower volumes, just because yesterday was a reset for a lot of teams' bullpens. There's a lot more arms in the bullpens right now. Yes, Barrios was a dumb decision. They decided before the game. Yeah, no one admitted to that within the front office, and they threw Schneider under the bus for it. But that was definitely a front office move with no plan B when he was going. We did have, what did we have? We had Suarez, but we're off that. That number moved too much.
Yeah, he was a 2.5 that we had at minus 140. Now it's like minus 160, minus 170. I'm going to wait for that to flip to a 1.5. Hopefully we get that plus 150 or so, and then we'll throw that out on social. Similar situation with Bailey Falter, strikeouts. He's 4.5 most places. There was a 3.5 plus 140 an hour ago. That's long gone. So we'll wait for some other books to flip to the 3.5.
We're seeing some pitcher walks not available in places like Hard Rock and MGM that we're showing value. We're showing a price, so I don't know where those maybe went.
Oh, Milo messaged me yesterday. Caesars added hitter walks, which is exciting, and we're hoping that means hitter strikeouts are coming to Caesars soon.
All right, there we go. There's some clarification on that. And who was the other one? Oh, you wanted Bailey Falter. Hopefully you want a Bailey Falter flip on the 4.5 at bet 365 to the 3.5, because that's usually the best flip price. There was the 3.5 at FanDuel, but I believe they're doing maintenance right now. But that plus 126 moved to plus 112, waiting for bet 365.
Yeah, and it was plus 140 before the 126. So it has fallen quickly at FanDuel. But yeah, we'll wait for a flip around 130 or so if we can get it.
All right. So stay tuned to covers on X social. See if we can find that and hand that out. I mean, we're handcuffed by a lot of the times. You're like, it's not even there. It's not. Well, it was there and now it's gone. And then we released it for that reason, basically, because it maybe shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
It sucks. And I mean, but that's the name of the game. Hey, at the end of the day, this is not a paid service where we have to, like, we try our best. You know what I mean? We do our absolute best to find secondary books for all you guys in that spot, but in social releases, always a little trickier, right? And especially with that delay where Derek has to send the play to the social team, then the social team has to make a graphic, send it out, and it's already showing on Derek's numbers. So there's already people betting into it. It's just not a one and done thing.
No, it's not. And, we're doing the best we can. Like you said, it's a free service. Anyone that wants to pay can get the full set of projections, and you can find pretty much everything we're giving out before we're giving it out, often at better numbers earlier in the morning. So there are definitely alternatives.
Yep. And then Luke Duke saying 120 okay for the falter under?
Yeah, I would bet that. I'm personally going to wait to give it out officially until we get a 125 or a 130. But yeah, I think the 120 is fine.
Yeah, it's kind of fishy that Bailey Falter now has no outs market, which is kind of indicating maybe a low outing. So that looks like something there. The Blitz NFL prop picks powered by the Blitz will be going obviously Thursday, Sunday, Monday again this week. Lots more stuff, lots more baseball this week. But let's keep going. Appreciate everybody there. As always, looking for those numbers, head over to covers. They're there as well, too. Find your bets and be comfortable with the things you win. Like I said, kind of the message today, take the information. If you come to your own conclusions, that's the best. At the end of the day, this is your money, and you have to live with your wins and losses because there's nothing worse than tailing somebody, losing, and then shouting at them on the internet. You're like, I understand, but when you see someone do that, you're like, I understand where you are. You probably over leveraged yourself.
Yeah.
But
it's weird though when it it's pretty rare that it happens to me, and I assume to you, just because like most people who are doing this, like they followed us for a while, we lose a couple plays, whatever, because in the long run we've made a bunch of money. But it is always weird to see the person like, oh, this one lost. It's like, guy, just relax, just keep going. Like we're gonna be just fine.
Yeah. Let's see. Matthew says, where is the win percentage? We include the win percentage with the social releases, with the covers graphics. Why isn't there a win percentage in the EV thing?
Yeah, so I have access to that on the back end. I have all the full calculations, the win percentage, the expected value. The main reason that we don't display that publicly is just that it's kind of a balancing act with how much information we want to display. If we were to give out all of the exact information, the exact winning percentage, the exact expected value, it'd be very easy for everyone who subscribes to go sort it to find the plays that are the exact best plays, and then they would move immediately because everyone would just go to those plays and they would move. And then ultimately it would kind of hurt everybody because only a few people would be able to get it before it moves. So we have the star system, which gives a rough guide without giving the exact, answers. And we think that kind of keeps it more sustainable for everybody.
Ooh, I've never heard that answer. That's a great answer. And then the plus minus, the other sorting menu next to the star rating too works very well.
Yeah, the projection difference.
Yeah, the projection difference works well. Yes, but that's it for today. Before you bet with Joe, Hitman John Metler coming up at noon today. So make sure you stick around for that. We'll leave it at that. I'm Josh Ingles. He's Derek Carty. This is MLB Prop Picks powered by the Bat. See you back here tomorrow, 9:30 a.m.